Welcome everybody. We are here for our October 1st business planning and goal setting session. I'm so excited. Yay. We usually do these within our paid groups, and we do these yearly every January at the very beginning together. We have a full planning day. And then in our retreat mid-year, we have a refresh planning session for the last half of the year. Well, I thought it would be super cool if we could hang out today just for a little bit here. And I do want to tell you, as I prepared for this, I do realize it's probably going to range closer to 75 to 90 minutes, which my norm is to try to do 60 minutes here. So just view what you can and come back to it later if you need to, if you have other things going on. So little warning there. So I'm Coach Bess. If you're new to us here at the Christian Health Coach community, I am the founder. I love this community. It's a real community with real breathing people in it. It's not just a brand or a name. And these people are what keeps me going. You keep me energized. You keep me creative. You keep me problem solving. And I am so humbled and so thankful to you that I think we're in our 12th year now of being a coaching community. We used to be called the Fresh Start Coaching Community, and we are now the Christian Health Coach community. And then our community has expanded even beyond Christian health coaches. We have life coaches and marriage coaches. We have one of our newest members in our hub isn't even a coach, but she wanted that business building training that I give, and she wanted the atmosphere. So everybody's welcome here. But really our passion and our mission is to together be just faithfully spreading the message of hope and healing to everyone God brings across each of our paths, whether that's in our local communities or online or both. So thank you for being here. I've been working this part of my own business, so coaching as a business and all the products I've developed and helping people with their health for about 14 years now, I think this month. And I just can't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. The need is so great. I just want to make sure my audio is good. I keep getting this little blinking thing, but I think I'm good. The need is so great that I don't feel that I can stop. And also the assignment, I'm so clear on my assignment. You guys know so many times when we are struggling with direction or confirmation or am I even doing what I'm supposed to be doing? It's because we are not aware of our assignment. And if I could just recommend the very first step before we even dig into the nitty-gritty around goal setting and planning and looking forward into quarter 4, let's talk about that for a second. Are you clear on your assignment? First of all, are you clear on your own calling from Him? Yes, this is what I am supposed to be doing. I know it in my knower. I know that we have moments of doubt. That's normal. This isn't about that. But in your core, do you know that you are where you need to be, no matter how discouraging it's gotten, no matter how maybe disappointing this year has been, or last quarter, or yesterday? Do you know in your knower? And that's something that can only come between you and Him in that precious time where you have business meetings with your CSO, your Chief Spiritual Officer, God, our Father, and you go to Him and you cry out, show me my assignment. This is for those of you who don't know yet. I understand that there are so many of you who are so clear on it, and you know. And now you're going to have to just meet the obstacles head on. Take down those giants, just like the people of old gave us an example of, and face the things that are going to come against this, because once we're on assignment, the enemy knows. So of course there's going to be struggles. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be some famine along with the feast, right? We know this. It's like that in any other area of our life. Why would it be different with this? Especially with this, where we are ministering through our business. We are changing lives. I have always believed that coaching is a powerful, life-changing tool, role, hat that we wear. All right. So, yes, Angie, quarter four is going to be great. Trish, yes, I think we're going into our 13th year. Thank you, Trish. She always keeps me straight with that. Trish is an OG around here. She's been here for the ride for quite a while now. Sorry about my chair. I'm trying to make sure I am propping my back properly so I don't pay for this later. Okay, I want to share with you right at the top, Matthew 21:22. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Have you been asking him not just for direction and guidance, but have you been asking him for more? More reach, more influence, more income. There is absolutely, in fact, not only is there nothing wrong with us coming before him and asking him for these things, we're supposed to. We're supposed to desire the more that he already has designed for us within this assignment. Have you been asking your CSO, your chief spiritual officer, I need more. Show me how to do more for your people, how to make more impact. And please bring the resources, bring the reward financially so that I can keep going. That's what I always tell him. You know what my bills are, Lord. These are bills from the investment in this assignment. Bless it. Bless the investment. Bless the work of my hands. I need to do more. Sometimes, like in my case, we're even asking for more and better health. I need strength. I need to get through the fact that I'm dealing with chronic illness on the daily and chronic pain usually on the daily. Today is a very merciful day, by the way. Praise God for that. We're in the mid-range today. Super excited, especially considering it's 104 degrees as the high today out there, which is usually just automatically means high pain day. So I am so thankful to be sitting in front of you where he has already granted me more pain relief and more strength for today. But keep Matthew 21:22 in front of you. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. And then, of course, our precious peer mentor, Suzanne, her life scripture is Philippians 4:13. I know many of you might have this one as well. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I'm not doing this by my power. You are not doing this by your power. If you are, be careful because it will run out. I used to try to do this by my power. And maybe that's what my personal illness, wellness journey has been about. It's been about learning my incredible dependence on him and my inability to do this on my own. But through him, he strengthens me and I can do it all, everything he asks me to do. I want to share a quote from John Maxwell with you. Dreams require down payments. Dreams are free, but the journey isn't. There is a price to pay. When you find your why, you'll find your way. When you develop your will, you will embark on your way. Many people start, few people finish. Many people have a dream, few people achieve their dreams. Every time I read this quote, my heart is heavy for those who walked away before, let's just say before they saw revelation, before they saw the reward, before, sometimes right before. You don't know how close you are. Can you just trust me on that one? Don't give up now. Be one of the few that finishes and continues to pursue your dreams on this assignment from him. Let's talk first about your last 3 quarters. So we always, in our goal planning and business planning sessions around here, we always do a brief assessment. So today we're going to do just the briefest because I don't want to eat up all the time with this, but we have to do it because, first of all, to celebrate what went right, sometimes I have to do this assessment with myself to stop and give myself a little credit because I'm so hard on myself that I will spend the whole time looking at what I didn't get done and being disappointed. And I'll forget the faces and the hearts and the souls that I was able to touch, be there for, respond to, produce something for, serve in some way. Do we do that? Do you guys do that? I do that. So stop and think. Try to see their faces or hear their voices if you're on calls with them. Think of their stories and how you played a part in bringing hope back into their story. Does that help you when you look back like that? So we're not just looking back. We are going to look at some other things, some logistics, but that's not all we're looking at. Over the last 3 quarters, can you think of services that you provided or acts of service or heart moments, heart to heart connection moments where you were there and you served in obedience and you gave of your heart, you gave of your gifts, you gave of your anointing? Can you guys think of that? That is what we're celebrating. That's why we do this. The income we generate, the positions we get to walk into, the promotions that come, that's all a really good bonus and it's a need. But our why many times is those things, those heart connections. Oh, thank you everybody for joining. I'm so glad to see people here. Yes, October 1st, 104 degrees, Angie. We are having a weird week because we did have a beautiful teaser fall week about 10 days ago. But now we've been in a 10-day heat stretch that ends, I believe, Thursday or Friday of this week. Praise Jesus. It'll drop by like 10 degrees, which is normal for around here. So mid 90s-ish is normal for October, the beginning of October, and then it drops rapidly. And by the end of October, we're in the 70s or 80s, which is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous place. I just have to get through the brutality of the heat season. So as we look over the last 3 quarters, and you guys might want to grab a notebook and be journaling as you're answering this so that you don't forget and so that it's something you're working with the next time we do this, which will be in January, the first Saturday. So whatever day that is, I think I looked at it the other day and it's like the 4th or 5th. Does that sound right? 5th, I think. That'll be our planning day. So if you're into this kind of thing, mark your calendars. We do charge for that event, but those of you inside of our paid memberships will get a bit of a discount. All right, so start journaling this down. Are you happy with the way you conducted business over the last 3 quarters? When you look back, did you develop some self-discipline and some routines? We talked at our retreat planning session. Those of you who are at retreat might remember this. We talked about flow. I'm going to kind of briefly go back over it a little bit later. And developing a flow, because life is all about flow, right? It's not about balance. Let's throw that word out. It's about flow and being intentional in the middle of life flow, because life keeps flowing, whether we want it to or not. You know, we think we're done with this season and it's going to lighten up. No, it's just a whole nother season. I learned that going from full-time moms with a bunch of homeschooled kids and work from home mom to now adult kids and now 2 grandbabies. The flow had to be, I was all discombobulated for a while because I didn't understand flow deeply. I've always taught it and believed it, but I had to kind of experience it again for myself in a whole new season, a whole new way. All right. Are you happy with the last 3 quarters, your flow? Do you see where you let time slip away in some areas? For me, I can absolutely say yes. When I get down in my flares, pain or illness flares, I tend to cop out because of them and just go brainless at the TV. Part of that is because it's very hard to think in a severe flare. You guys, those of you who have flares, you know exactly what I'm talking about. No, sir. Learning to flow with my geriatric dog too. Sorry about that, y'all. So I saw myself go to favorite shows. I love old shows, y'all. I love Matlock and Magnum PI and Murder, She Wrote and Diagnosis Murder. All these 80s early 90s shows. My favorite, 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 favorite. In the Heat of the Night, by the way. Oh gosh, so, so good. So I could junk myself out on that. And for you, it might be something different. I know there's people in here who love Hallmark movies, and there's people in here who love holiday movies all year long. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? When we give ourselves permission to not be intentional, even though we're in a tough period, or let's say life takes over with other people influencing our schedule for our work, for this business, for this assignment, and we let them be a convenient excuse. Well, I'm doing the right thing because I'm serving my adult kids or my grandkids, or, oh, I do that all the time because I will drop anything for my two grandboys. I just will. They are the light of my life. But God was convicting me in quarter 3 about that. He's convicted me all along. I've shared it with Trish off and on personally, but really deeply convicting me in quarter 3 because he said, I am trusting you with my kids over here the way you love your kids over there. And it was deeply convicting. Like, he basically was saying, he created this community. We know that. You guys that are here, we know that this is an anointed, Holy Spirit led. Bess doesn't lead this. The Holy Spirit leads this. And you feel it in this community, whether you're in Hub, Success Circle, Academy, or in our public group, you feel it. That's him. All glory to him. And in your business, he is entrusting you with some of his very precious kids. He loves your clients the way you love your babies and grandbabies. That took me back. And it was good for me. I was like, oh, yeah. I let my love for my grandbabies almost be an idol over this assignment at times. So, long story short, what that's led to is some very productive discussions with my son about not popping in unexpectedly and alerting me and giving me the choice to say, no, not today. Because it wasn't even that he was popping in, it was that he would call on his way. And whether I had a Zoom or not, or needed to film videos or not, or needed to produce content or not, or serve the students in Academy or not. And it's been productive. It's been very, very productive. But really, it started in my spirit and in my heart when he yanked my strings like that. So talk to him about this. You know what you're doing with your business. Some of you are just serving a few clients and you're able to get clients without building a community around you. I understand that. That's a different ballgame because you do have very designated time for that. You're not fully immersed in a community that you're building or being fully trusted by God with a full community that you're building. But for those of you who he has trusted with their spirits, their hearts, their needs, think of it like that. Talk to him about this and see what he tells you. It was really, really good for me. So life has gotten a little more organized, obviously, being able to move back into my office full time, close the door, and be completely by myself in here. Game changer. Game changer. That's part of my flow. I need privacy. I need to close a door. I need uninterrupted work time. I used to be able to deal with the interruptions, which are constant, pretty well, but my brain doesn't move as fast as it used to, and it doesn't compartmentalize as quickly as it used to. Can anybody relate to any of this? I sound so granny right now, don't I? Here's my granny glasses so I can read your comments. Oh, you guys are talking. Okay, I'll have to come back to these. I love it. Yes. Oh, Angie, yes. Angie gets it. I know Trish gets it because we just will. We will drop everything for those babies. Oh, that's good, Trish. So that's at least helpful, Trish, because that's less interruptions. Okay. I could just totally just chat with you guys in chat and not even get to this. So I didn't mean to go so deeply into that and blow 20 minutes on that, but these are all things that are foundational. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I did. This is foundational to you developing your own flow in your business activities, moving forward into quarter four, recognizing patterns that did not serve your business building and being on assignment and treating God's kids the way you treat your own kids, right? Or your own, for all of us, it's different. For some of us, it might not be kids anymore or at all. It might be spouses. It might be siblings. It might be church groups that we're involved in. You fill in the blank, but the idea is the same. We are the only ones in control of our schedule. Everyone around us responds to the boundaries that we put up or don't. I remember when I would just get so mad at people popping by and be like, don't they get that I'm running a business? No, because I didn't lay that down the first time it happened, or even the third or fifth time it happened. I didn't have any discussions. I didn't lay down any boundaries. So no, they don't get it. They think they think I'm doing this at 10 p.m., I guess, or 6 a.m. I'm asleep with my glasses crooked on my face and my mouth open now because I sleep like a granny too. I sleep just like my granny did. I'm flat on my back with my at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m., okay? I used to be up late all the time and could get right back up the next morning at a good hour, but not anymore. Sleep is so crucial. So I guess they think that, but I'm not. I have to structure it. I have to say the hard things, have the hard discussions, and everyone around us follows that, and they'll respect it. You'll be blown away at how quickly they'll fall in line. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I just flat out told my son, when you do this, I can't say no, because I can't say no to my babies and to you because he's my son, my only son. And I tell him, so it puts me in a really bad spot because I just lay everything down, and then I am so tired by the time you leave, because they don't leave till past dinner. So I am so tired by the time they leave. And then I have to go sit down and get my mindset back into writing that email or putting that product together. It's not okay for my health. I think it was actually adding to the fact that I had so many flares this year. Okay, enough of that. Yes, if for some of us, this is our JOB. This is my JOB. If I don't make the money I need to make this month, I have to go work for a boss, or I have to side gig my service labor again and trade my time for dollars. I don't want to do that anymore. I did enough of that. I did it for years and years. I had some beautiful jobs. I loved my side gigs. I loved doing design and websites. I don't want to do it no more. I want to make this business work. And to make this business work, I got to work this business. Now, we're going to talk about that in the goal setting and planning session, because part of this session, because I realize that for some of you, this is just fun money. For some of you, this is just a ministry. But what if God is asking you to step it up in your self-discipline regardless? So I'm going to approach it in this training as if he is. Okay? And so I'm with Trish. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do with this, I am facing being an unemployed 40 some odd year old, because I'm about to be 46 now, woman out in the workforce. They don't want me. At this point anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm unhireable, because I think I'm a process thinker. I have developed an entire, little empire over here. Not really, but you guys know what I mean, with all these systems and all these multifunctional systems. I'm going to be so annoyed if I have to go work for somebody else that treats me like I don't know nothing because I put these glasses on. Okay? Or because of my age, or because of my personality. I'm just pretty sure I'm not hireable at this point, because I'm going to go in there. They could hire me at Walmart, and I'm going to try to fix their broken way of doing things. I'm not hireable, guys. I have to make this work. And it's been that way for a while now. I have known that I had to make this work and that I wasn't hireable. Can I just admit that right now? Okay. I will say though, when I was an employee, I was a darn good one, and I always got promoted very, very quickly. One time they promoted me in training into management. That was detrimental, because the people that were there and thought they were next in line hated me And I left after 2 months because the environment was so hostile that I couldn't handle going in every day. It was killing my soul. It was sucking my soul right out. But I'm just saying, I was a darn good employee when I was an employee, and I was very good at management. I just don't think it would work now or again. So as you're looking back, now we're going to look forward to quarter four, and we're going to bring it into focus. So we are looking at October, November, December. That's quarter four. I realize I'm talking to you about goal setting and business planning right before the most lunatic time of the year for most families because of all the holiday nonsense. I love the holidays, by the way. Love them. I hate that, excuse me, I hate the marketing that goes on. I'm sure you guys do too, that in July we were seeing stuff. The greed that I see around it. I hate that it envelops people's lives and they feel stressed out if they can't match what everyone around them is doing, like decorations and presents. And I hate that about it. But I love family time, increased feasting. Come on. I love it. Let's make some food. Let's enjoy some food. I'm hoping I can taste food this holiday season. Going into my third year with no taste buds. Long COVID. You guys probably are getting way too much personal information on Coach Bess today. I am so sorry. But I love it. I love that we see our extended family. We're a big Mexican family, so you know it. We're going to see each other about 6 to 8 times in fact, starting this weekend for Abuelita's birthday, the matriarch of the family, my mother-in-law, mi suegra. It's her birthday this weekend, and so we're going to Mexico to celebrate with her, and everybody comes and everybody gets together, and I just love that. And then her birthday always in our household starts the holiday season, and we will be having lots of gatherings. So I know more than ever, I got to get my ish together over here to be able to enjoy and participate in that. And I don't mean the buying, okay? Because our family has decided for 2 Christmases now, we're done with the materialistic thing. It's all about making memories, playing games, eating good food, and we do a name exchange. Even though everybody's grown and doing their own thing, we still do a name exchange because we don't want everybody going broke for Christmas. But I'm talking all the other stuff, the fellowship, the family times, the moments, the memories, playing games together. So physically, I know what I'm facing. And those of you who maybe struggle like I do with if we do too much, we end up in a flare. If we do too much, we end up weak again. So I have to be goal setting and business planning strategically around that. But I also have to be equally dedicated to my work time when it is work time to enjoy that. Otherwise, I'm not compartmentalizing and I'm stressing that I didn't get done what needed to be done to serve y'all, to serve my memberships, to serve my clients. Okay? Meanwhile, I need to be preparing some things for spring academy enrollment, and you guys are already probably thinking what you're about to open or enroll for, those of you who are doing group or program type offerings. So I have some really great tips to share with you today. The first thing we're going to do though, and I'm going to actually screen share in a second and show you the packet we're going to work from. And I will send this packet via email to everyone on the list. If you are not on our email list, you've got to tag me and let me know in the comments to add you. But those of you who are on our list, which is usually everybody here, you're going to get these packets via email when this is over. But the first thing we need to do though is all these things that I'm saying about the holidays and family and all the extra, and maybe if you struggle with health and being run down, you have to be careful. As you look forward, answer 3 questions, for yourself. So this is what you'll put in your notebook. The first question for quarter 4 focus. What do I not want to feel stressed about, be committed to, or see myself slipping into in quarter 4? So what do you not want? You already know You don't want it anymore. If it was something you struggled with in the first 3 quarters, you don't want to do that anymore. You do want this to be the quarter that changes. I'm going to look at y'all's comments really quick. Are you answering that one? Because I'm going to read some comments. yeah, Trish, we need to go help Walmart. Yes, Angie. Oh, wow, Trish. We're talking about ageism in the workforce, man. Yes. Thank you, Angie. Feliz cumpleaños to the abuelita. She's very excited that we're actually coming. She was so mad last year that we didn't go that we swore we would never do that again, because when she's mad, you just don't want to make abuelita mad. She is the stereotypical matriarch Mexican grandma. Like stereotypical. Like so scary, but so loving, so nurturing, and so loyal. And like, Angie probably knows. But oh gosh. Okay. Yes, Trish, lots coming up. Yeah, we've got birthdays in December. We have several in December. One of the Theos, one of the Primas, Sophie, me, and somebody else I'm forgetting. But before December, we have November, and so my daughter-in-law, and one of the grandbabies is October, and then the other one is November. So it's just going to be a lot of getting together. Okay, what do I not want? That was the first question that you're answering. What is not for me in quarter 4? And I don't know about you guys, but staying in a state of stress went on my list. When I answered this question, what do I not want to do or be or have or commit to in quarter 4? Staying in a state of stress. When we do this work as coaches, I want to speak about this. This is what I meant by there would be a little bit of life coaching, because I do feel led to do this for someone who needs what God's giving me out of this. When we are serving like this, and I don't know about you guys, but clients and people who have been clients in the past and old colleagues maybe that I've worked with, coaches peer to peer, I am very approachable. And maybe it's just my personality, but people feel free to come into my inbox and talk to me. But I want to be honest here. Many people, because we had a coaching client relationship, and keep in mind, I was terrible in the early years about boundaries with my clients. I am much better now. They still feel the freedom to trauma dump or drama dump, whichever one it is, or crisis dump, or prayer request dump in my inbox. They don't know that part of what makes me so approachable is that I'm an empath. That's not their responsibility to know that. It's not their responsibility to know whether or not they can put that in my inbox. It's my responsibility how I digest it. Did you guys get that? Like, people, I tell my husband all the time, I love that they know. It's been 10 years for one of them. She knows she can talk to me like this, and that it's a safe place where I am responsible. And what I no longer want to do in quarter 4, starting today, hallelujah, is quarter 4, is take what she's sharing and take it deep into me and take it on like it's my problem to solve, or like it's my grief to hold, or my sorrow to comfort. I will send a scripture. I will say, I am so sorry. You have my prayers. I love you. Big hugs. I will say that because I'm going to hold that sacredly, right? But I have literally had to envision putting up a shield around me, because I want to tell you, as a coach, it can get endless. Now, maybe you guys aren't having this yet, or maybe you can relate to this. Anyone out there, can you relate to this? It's either coming at you personally, or it's within groups that you manage, or it's problem characters in certain arenas that you're in that are stirring it up. Whatever it is, maybe it's even a problem character in your family. Like, I have that too. I just keep envisioning this glass bubble that I put up when I see their name on the thing, or when I see their comment in the group, or when I see, do you guys know what I mean? And I put up this glass bubble and I go, Lord, help them see your love through me. And that's it. I'm not the solution. I'm not the fixer. Guys, I'm done doing that in quarter 4. I've been working on it in quarter 3, and I'm really, really excited because as I consciously do that and kind of have my little envisioning thing, it's gotten easier and easier and easier. And yesterday, dear close friend of mine, her mama went in an ambulance to the emergency room and then into the hospital and then into the ICU with a very serious situation. I'm also close with her mama. Well, I consider her close to me, but she worked for me for a while, and I love her. And there it went again. My almost like absorption of it started happening, and I put my bubble up, even with that, and I said, "Oh, Jesus, help me pray, help me, help me care, but help me not take it past this bubble." So for those of you who are empaths and you find yourself derailed, or maybe you're not sure you're an empath, but you tend to find yourself derailed by other people's stress. These are serious things. Even the storm Helene, the Helene hurricane. I personally know people who were in the path who've been affected. Thankfully, those people I know are okay, but it's affecting everything. They can't go to work. They don't have electricity. They don't have phone. It's affecting everything. It's so stressful. The images coming across Facebook. I don't know why we're just suckers for that stuff. So I had to get off Facebook yesterday to put my glass shield up and only get on the computer when I could go into the groups and talk to you guys and make it a very conscious, intentional effort, but without absorbing that stress. The stress is my number one trigger for me holding pain and holding chronic illness in my body. So I can no longer stay in a state of stress. So what can we do moving forward with these people that we love and care about? We can still be there for them. We can still answer them. We can still pray over them. I've gotten into the habit of, when I feel it, the leading of it, I will send a voicemail prayer through Facebook message if that's how they contacted me. That helps me so much because I don't feel helpless. I was able to immediately go to the throne. They hear my voice. So many people have told me over the years, just hearing your voice was so comforting, or I love that you did that in a voice. And you can do that on text now. So I'm able to do that with my friend on text. But still being able to compartmentalize that now, and I will continue praying, but that's all I can do right now. If you can give to organizations, hallelujah for that. I'm already committed to some other organizations. I've had the roughest financial year. I don't have the overage to even give. And that made me feel helpless with the flood victims and the storm victims. But I was like, God's got them. Why do I act like because I know about it, it's up to me? God's got them. So I don't know if this helps you if you tend to soak up stress, but that will stop you from your business goals and dreams, and really from intentional activity and being able to focus on that. Okay. Yes, it's the cortisol. I found that out, Angie. I didn't know that for the longest time. It's because of the cortisol connection. And it was like my natural practitioner, I guess she's a naturopath now. She figured out through talking to me, she said, you're still in fight or flight. And I was like, I don't know why I have this healthy marriage, this healthy home, these beautiful kids, grandbabies. I love my life. This job that I get to do doesn't even feel like a job. I mean, of course it does, but it's wonderful. I love it. And she's like, you haven't learned to calm my vagus nerve too, but also my hormone reaction, the cortisol reaction, and my adrenals. And so my adrenals are in a permanent state of shot. We can't do this to ourselves, guys. We're in a caring industry. So it is really important that we have this conversation. Okay, second question to ask yourself as you determine the focus moving forward. What do I want? What do I want to see myself do? What is for me in quarter four? What can I let go of to relieve the extra, to give my life some cushion? Does your life have enough cushion around your family, your things that you're already obligated to, and your business? Is there cushion in there? You need cushion. Okay. What is aligned with the vision that you have, with your personality, with what God's got you on assignment for? What feels aligned? So that's what you're going to answer for that second one. What do I want moving forward? I do want to see myself more intentionally self disciplined, which I'm excited because I have set up my environment to be conducive to that now, and it's working. It's working, guys. I've been sitting at this desk almost every morning by 8 a.m., which for me, by the way, with chronic illness and chronic pain and everything fun like that, 8 a.m. is a really good time. But it was getting to be like 9, 10 because my daughter had to sleep in here and she works late and she has late homework. She's a 20-year-old, so they stay up late. So I'm setting up my environment now. Thank God the timing was perfect to be able to cater to that. But I've had to reestablish the habit. What habits do you want to reestablish in quarter four that are going to help you moving forward and help you fulfill your goals and plans? And then the last question is, what needs to stay as a priority in your life, as one of those main boxes in your life? What needs to go? And what do I want to invite into my experience? So is there something new that you want to invite in, whether it's your own choices and habits, whether it's connection wise, maybe it is opportunities, maybe it's working on a mentality in some area. I'll tell you, after the year I had financially and business, I am inviting in, and I have been acting on this, money talk into my daily motivational routine. And I'll tell you, I'm getting it straight from Myron Golden because he's the king of biblical business money talk. But I'm also getting it from a few other sources, and it's been good. And I'm seeing where I hang myself up. I'm seeing where I stop myself, where oh gosh, God has been showing me some really powerful things about what I've done to where maybe it was a waterfall and I put up some rocks and now it's been dammed a little. And he showed me that, and he showed me where it was, and he showed me what to do different. And I am so excited. I'm scared, but I'm excited to step out into that. So what can he show you if it's not money that you're inviting in or a new money mentality? Because in my case, I'm always inviting money in. Please, Lord, I got to pay these bills. But no, right now it's targeting that mentality part. So maybe for you, it's a health mentality, relational mentality, spiritual growth mentality area. What do you want to invite in? What area do you want to target to work on and commit to getting some 10, 15, 20-minute feedings every day? The same way that we fuel our body and we fuel our spirit on the word and on worship and on time with him. We have to fuel our minds with a new thought process. We have to fuel our minds with wisdom. And that's why I like Myron, because it's biblical wisdom. It comes straight from the Bible. He doesn't make it up, and it's not some guru teaching me how he did it, and now I can do it too. I just love it. It's so refreshing. Okay, we talked about flow. I'm going to briefly go over that before we jump into the official. Now, I know we're 45 minutes in. I warned those of you who were here at the beginning, it's going to be about a 90-minute presentation today. Jump off when you need to. Totally fine. You can come back to the recording later. But I want to cover flow with a couple of tips for you before we jump into the actual goal setting portion. So for me, that's my number one focus in quarter four, besides the other things I've shared with you, is that flow to bring me to a powerful finish for a year that so far has felt not towards you guys or anything that's happened in our community, but towards myself, I have felt disappointed that I struggled so much with my health again. I felt like I went backwards with that. Disappointed with when I did struggle with my health, I saw myself slip into the old way of zeroing out in front of the TV mentally and just watching shows. I wasn't reading. I wasn't listening to mind food, like we just talked about, mindset food. I wasn't strategizing. I wasn't using that time to respond to people even or ministering. I was letting myself go numb almost as a self-medicator. So as I'm moving forward, that's not going to happen. My flow is going to look different, and it already has started. I'm very excited. The flow is how you finish well. So it has to be an intentional flow. If you want to make the money you need to make in Q4, keep your work-life flow in a reasonable arena for your comfortable chaos, we call it, because we don't believe in balance. We don't like that word. Here are a few tips. Check your workspace. Do you have a dedicated workspace, and is it somehow tucked away or somehow private? This is just so vital. There were years that I did work at the kitchen table. There were years I worked like the last year and a half with my daughter in the same room. There have been years where I have worked out in the middle of everybody. I've been doing running my own businesses now, besides this one, for a total of 26 years. I've been doing freelancing and side gig and home business stuff. And all those years, I cannot tell you how many years were not a tucked away, designated workspace where there was some type of privacy. So this is big. Even if it's a card table in the corner of the bedroom, at least you can shut the door if hubby is not sleeping during the day, like if he's working during the day kind of hubby or spouse, right? So we don't have an excuse for this one, I guess is what I'm saying. It shouldn't just be, well, I work from my laptop anyway, so I can work from the couch and I can work. There's a mentality that goes with this. When you designate a workspace, whether it's a laptop or a all-in-one like I'm doing, or a Mac or whatever you're working from, desktop, laptop, doesn't matter. There's something powerful that happens in your mindset when you get up, get dressed and ready, and sit down to a workspace. Now it feels a little more like a job. Would you guys agree with that? And don't get me wrong, I still got the comfy pants on, okay? She's still wearing her sweats over here, y'all, and fuzzy socks. Because even though I'm going to show up professional, I'm going to be comfortable. So it's work on top, comfy on the bottom. But I'm going to show up like this. I'm not going to show up on camera with my top not done. You know what I mean? I'm not going to show up sitting on the kitchen, at the kitchen table with you, with all the activity of the girls all around us and dogs and birds and put you through that. And I'm not going to put myself through that. That's what I mean. And yes, I know it's 104 degrees outside and I'm wearing fluffy socks. I know that does not make sense. But those of you who have anything to do with thyroid illness, you get it. I have Hashimoto's, hypothyroid, and thyroidism, and a couple of other dumb things, and Graves or something. No, not Graves. I came out of Graves. I used to have Graves. And my feet are always ice cubes, even though if I stepped outside right now, I'd have to shed the sweats and the socks, okay? So just to be transparent here, I will put a pair of shorts on to go outside with sandals. Okay. Do you have a dedicated filming space set up? So if those of you who create videos or some type of audio, you need to have a dedicated space for that filming or audio, okay? Is your equipment ready for your flow? Do you have the equipment you need? Do you have the programs you need? Do you need to learn a new program? Do you need to purchase a little, like my little light here that I just realized I don't have on? Oh, dear goodness. Y'all have been looking at me in the shadows. I didn't have it on for almost an hour. So fun. My light was $20 on Amazon, but look at the difference it makes. And that's my equipment, having that lined up and ready to go. I know I need to get another mic microphone too, because I know my computer mic is starting to be a little less than high quality. So your equipment needs to be ready for the flow. Check your daily flow. Are you intentional the night before about getting ready for the next day? Can others disrupt your flow without consequence? This is a big one. We just talked about that. Are you fueling for the flow? Fueling with food, the right foods, proteins and fibers and healthy fats, all those fruits and veggies that God gives us to fuel our body, the lean protein that we need so desperately. Those of you who are my age and above, we need 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. Did you guys know that? I'm learning all of this, especially those of us with disrupted systems due to chronic illness, or even those of us in menopause or perimenopause or post-menopause. Okay. So are you fueling for it? Drinking electrolytes with your water, drinking plenty of water. I forgot my water today, and you guys know I'm usually gulping that water during these. So I have to substitute with a little bit of coffee, which, by the way, I only have coffee about twice a week now. I'm down to twice a week. You all know how much I love my coffee, but I've had to really, really minimize it. It's breaking my heart. It's breaking my heart. Are you taking the supplements you need to take? Are you moving intentionally? How is your sleep hygiene? All of these things are feeding and fueling the flow. We have to give our brain and body the power source it needs to do what we're asking it to do. Okay, so we talked enough about flow. We're going to get into goal setting. Okay, 1 second, y'all. I am about to share screens with you. And I just had an allergy attack out of nowhere, and I apologize for rubbing my nose in front of you. Hold on, I'm going to grab something for my nose. So sorry about that. Okay, we're going to get into the goal setting. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I'm so sorry that I took this long to get here. First Chronicles 4:10. Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. That's my life scripture. I just realized that would be a good one for me. As we get into this goal setting, Lord, we want to expand our mindset. We want to be excited about what you are showing us to tackle in quarter 4. We don't want to be limiting to you or to even our own ability with you in us. When you're in us, we have super on our natural, and supernatural things can happen in this ministry and business. And so, God, as we move into this stage, help us to put aside any doubts, fears, concerns that would hold us back from dreaming a little and planning. Because if you give it to us to do, it's because you have a good plan for it. You already know where the resources are coming from. You already know who's going to help us. You know who's going to connect with us. You know who we're going to touch and reach through doing this. And so we trust you with that, and we open up our spirit to be ready to dream bigger and plan bigger for quarter 4. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, let me pull up your workbook. Now, let me go all the way to the top here. I'm working from 3 different things here, but I'm going to mainly work on this one. Okay. This is the one you're going to get via email. Hold on. I'm about to share it. The quarterly business planning workbook. Now, is it sharing? Let me see what it's sharing. Oh, good. So I can actually see the screen now of what it's sharing with you guys. Oh, crap. Okay. This is so confusing though. Why can't I wish that we could actually scroll it while we're on the screen. Okay. So In this workbook, the first thing that you probably have already decided for quarter four, I hope, because it's very important that you know going into a quarter what your paid offer or program launch or, and this, guys, this could be as simple as a private coaching spot, 3 or 4 private coaching spots. It can be that simple. Or it could be you're doing a challenge or a reset or a group program, or you're launching a course or a class, or some type of digital program that has a live component. Maybe you're launching your first or next evergreen product, okay, which would be digital one-time downloads like ebooks, recipe book, journal, or guide, or video series, or something that's created once and sold over and over and downloaded once by the end user. So the goal here is that you're very clear on what that is for quarter four. So for those of you who are here live, tell me, and even if you are watching this recording, I come back and see the comments because YouTube tells me I got comments. Comment to me what you are launching in quarter four. Are you opening something? Are you already in the middle of enrolling for it? Or are you kind of here because you want ideas on what to do for quarter four? Talk to me about what you got going on. Yes, Angie, there's no link to download it right now because I decided last minute that I was going to use it. Initially, I wasn't. I was just going to have my mug up there the whole time. So I am going to send this to everybody via email, and I mean everybody on our email list, the minute this live cast is over. You will get this in an email along with the recording link. Okay. Once you know what that offer is, you use this worksheet, which you guys will get this ebook, so you will have this to work with, and you choose, okay, you need to talk about when you're launching it. You need a firm open date so that we can work backwards right now with all of our planning. All of our planning is going to be around this offer, whether it is private spots for coaching, a digital product, a program, or a challenge, okay? So what will it be is in the first box. When will you launch it is in the second box. The reason we need to know this is I need to know how to help you serve your current audience into organically wanting to take that program with you, into this being the automatic next step, buying this thing from you or taking that thing with you, okay? All right, so the next thing you need to do is choose your freebie for this offer. Now, many of you already have evergreen freebies in place. Maybe you've just done a live freebie. I believe in having evergreen freebies always working for you in the background in place, but also offering regular, I mean, at least monthly, if you can. If you are working your business 10 hours or more a week, this would be for you. You would want to at least monthly, at least hold something similar to like what I'm doing here. A live on YouTube, a Zoom meetup, something live, a Facebook Live that's full of value where you're serving and building relationship with your audience that's in front of you in a live way, okay? So even though this refers to the evergreen, that's something that should always be working in the background for you. Now, those of you who are in Hub, and I want to plug Hub right here because I forgot to do that at the beginning. Our Christian Health Coach Hub is $7 a month. And there is training in there on everything I'm teaching here. So I'm giving you the ideas here, but the actual step-by-step training to implement these ideas is inside of the hub, and it's only $7 a month. So please know, I don't want to leave you hanging. Those of you who are new to this, and this is all sounds really good, but now you're overwhelmed. No, don't be overwhelmed. Join us in the hub. Just go to christianhealthcoachtraining.com, and you will see training hub in the top navigation, or if you scroll all the way down the page, there's a graphic for it. You could also do christianhealthcoachtraining.com/hub. Okay. So I do want to say that for those of you who are new, and this might be quite overwhelming feeling to you. So here's some examples of free offers just for those of you who love getting those idea lists, okay? You will get this. You're going to get a copy of this in the email. So now we're going to plan. First of all, we need to plan your finance outlook, your financial outlook from that offer. So that is something that is not in this book, but it's something I want to verbally go over with you right now. So the way you do that is you decide what you're charging for this main paid offer. So some of us have been doing this a while and we have multiple income streams, but I always set my financial goals still by the main paid offer, and my other streams of income, I look at them as the cherry on top. I don't look at them as, oh, I sure hope I make my bills with that money coming in. No, that's extra. That's give money. That is save money. That is cushion the business account money. Okay. So your main paid offer is how you should be basing your financial goals around. Now, that doesn't mean you can't set financial goals based around selling those other streams of income. If you have an ebook, if you have set up a shop on Etsy, or you sell things through Amazon, or, everybody's doing different streams of income, right? You can still, look at that and forecast, but let's make it simple today. Let's say that your main paid offer is $500. We're going to do this for the sake of making your financial goal setting simple. So you write down on your notebook, my main paid offer. Now for you, it might not be $500, so write down the amount you charge. Okay, I charge $500 for this program. It's a 60-day program, and I am limiting it to 10 participants. Okay? Which you don't have to do, by the way. This is just an idea. Maybe you're saying, or maybe you say, my goal is to get 10 participants in it. Okay. And so you already know then, if you have a successful launch and your minimum goal is 10 participants at $500, that $5,000 would be your bottom line financial forecast goal for Q4. Do you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to keep it super, super simple. Obviously, if you have existing extra streams of income that are showing steady results, I make $200 a month, or I make $500 a month on those other streams of income, and you're showing that consistently, then you can obviously put that into your financial goal forecasting. But for those of you who are newer at this is the simplistic way of doing this and actually getting excited about the fact that you could make your financial goal. If you need to make $10,000 in Q4, then your goal essentially then would be $3,000 a month on average, or a $10,000 launch of something, or a $10,000 enrollment, right? So now you'd want to be charging more like $1,000 per person. But you also have to look at that thing that you're offering. Is it 90 days or more? Now it's worth charging $1,000. Is it offering these elements? What is the transformation piece? Am I going to put together a really well thought out sales page for this launch to go well? Am I going to take the time to put the systems in place for this thing to be realistically successful? Okay. So that's how I do financial goals forecasting. Okay. Let me go back to the packet. I lost it for a second. Where did it go? Okay. Okay. Over the place here. Okay. Is it showing properly now? Yes. So we talked about your evergreen freebie. Now let's plan your content, your reach, your community growth around this offer and freebie. So you're going to start by, your first step would be putting together the launch date and either a skeletal outline or some type of really sure plan for that paid launch, right? Like if you don't already have it completely put together, you at least need a skeleton so that you know what you're moving towards. And then you need that date, that start date, so that you're moving backwards with the rest of what we're going to do now. So let's say that you're doing a program, you're charging $500 a person, your goal is 10 people in there, and you are going to start that program the week after Thanksgiving. Let's just say this for the sake of my training. I'm not saying I recommend that, but I will say I have had some very successful paid 2-week challenges the Monday after Thanksgiving through those next 2 weeks. And it's because people are seriously concerned about the holiday season putting weight on them and getting off the rail of their healthy goals. So I wouldn't diminish that idea, by the way. But anyway, okay, so it's 500 times 10 people starting Monday after Thanksgiving. Okay, so you now look at the calendar, and that is the 25th. Oh no, I'm sorry. Thanksgiving's on the 28th this year. Interesting. Okay, so that's actually going to be December 1st. I'm sorry, 2nd. Sorry, my dates are a mess. So you're going to count the weeks from before that to now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 whole weeks to put this together and to nurture an audience and bring them intentionally into a space where they are consuming like content in smaller pieces of what you want to sell them into the Monday after Thanksgiving. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Okay, so that's what this is all about. So put together that the first step is if you do not have a flowing, compatible evergreen freebie already in place, and that's the one that stays in place and keeps working for you behind the scenes, right? And my training in the hub goes into great detail on how to capitalize on that and what to do to grow that. Okay. Develop it, build it, put it there, and grow it. It's all included in that training. Okay. So I'm going to assume that that's in place. Now, this is an example using $100. So maybe you guys could just look at this too. But the reason I'm saying 510 people is for those of you who have serious financial goals and you really need to make some headway in your business making money this quarter. Okay. So obviously for a 21-day reset, $97 is the perfect price point. 97, I would say, to 147, maybe 197 at the highest would be my personal price point for a 21-day reset with these tools in it. So use that as, put that in your toolbox. But for now, we're going to keep using my example of the larger program, a 90-day program, 500 a person. You want 10 people in there. You're going to give them 2 weeks off at Christmas or whatever. Okay. Now, you've put this freebie together. That evergreen freebie is working for you. It is the, whatever 3 steps to blank guide with 10 recipes to get started or whatever's in there. There's tools, there's resources, there's encouragement, and there's obviously you want to motivate them. And there needs to be some like Holy Spirit led conviction type stuff in there to motivate them into, putting that into action, right? You want to actually see them get results from your freebie right away. So now when we're talking about brainstorming multiple topics, aligning with your core message, this core message is the core message of that paid program you're launching, that evergreen freebie you're promoting, and all the content you're going to share between that for those 9 weeks. Now, if you don't have your freebie in place, take this week and do it. Knock it out. Freebies don't take that long to put in place. Knock that thing out. Don't overthink it. Get into motion and put that thing together, and let's put it together. Let's get it done so that you have 8+ weeks to nurture the people who join that list, to build relationship with them, to serve them, to do a few live things with them and get them excited about that opening of that program. Okay. So that's what these topics are for. They're going to be based around the same categories that are in the guide that is your evergreen freebie and that are going to be presented in depth in the paid program. But you're pulling these little pieces out for content sharing topics. You're just pulling pieces out. So let's say one whole category that you're sharing about in your paid program would be the mindset side of their lifestyle change. Maybe another category would be food, how to eat fresh and whole and natural and how to get away from the bad stuff, but how to do it in a fun way where you add it in and you get your family members on board and it's a full family effect, you know? Okay, so those are two of the categories. Of those categories, let's break down all the little subtopics that will feed into that main topic and keep helping the person reading and listening and viewing your posts, keep helping them along that path. Because, guys, everything that we're doing with our clients, whether they're reading our freebie, attending a live like this, buying time from us as a private client, joining our program, they're doing that because they're on a journey and they see how we fit as a partner help with them along their journey. When you start thinking like that, you will not be without clients. My client base took off and my referral base exploded when I realized early on, it was about 2 years into this business, and I really had struggled to get clients before that. I mean, God brought them. It was amazing. Social media was different then too. You could really do more relational building on social media then, which I did very actively. I served for free in a couple groups as their wellness professional that people could ask questions, and I would just openly, I wouldn't gatekeep, and I would just share. So that did help me get clients, but they weren't flooding in yet. And it was about 2 years in that I realized everything I'm doing right now is based on my own journey and what worked or didn't work for me. And I was framing everything around that me, me. When I flipped that script and made it about you, my friend, even like, look how my voice even changed. When I'm thinking of me and doing it because of my story, or it was what worked for me in my healthy journey. But when I'm talking to you, even my voice changes because God gave me this calling, like to want to help you flip your script, to want to help serve you into better health for you, to see your numbers improve, to see you get off those pharmaceuticals you don't even want to be on, to see you reverse the diagnosis, to see you feel encouraged in your weight loss battle, that there is hope, that this isn't the end of the story. You aren't ending it like this. So when I flipped it like that, everything flipped. So when you are looking at topics and content sharing and my freebie and making sure the program hits, and that's how you do it. You're thinking about them and their journey. And the way you're doing that is through these little steps with these little subtopics where you're not gatekeeping and you're sharing from your heart. And you're like, does this sound like you? Do you struggle with this? Let's talk. Join me here on my email list. Get my guide. You're going to have so much hope after you read my guide, or you're going to love the 10 recipes that are included. They'll get you started. They're a great jump start for your journey. I know, and just always acknowledge that they're already on a journey. We don't bring anyone into a journey in their health. Can we just acknowledge that? I see so much of that misspoken. I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's by accident, but their fitness journey, if you're a fitness professional, they were already on it. And you are now this God-given voice of hope with a new plan and a fresh way of looking at this on an existing journey. We've got to humble ourselves, coaches. They were doing just fine without us. We can't ever think like that. Like, oh, before I came along, she felt like she was failing everything. She might feel that way, but our job is to remind her of how powerful, amazing, beautiful, and worthy she is. And that look at God connecting our hearts so that I can hopefully be another voice of hope and health and healing in your journey. We got to humble ourselves. There's something about that humility when you speak like that and you write like that and you serve like that. It's going to flip the way you get clients, and you are not going to have a need for clients. They're going to be drawn to you. They're going to be coming to you. They're going to be asking you what your rates are. They're going to be asking you if they can buy your private time when they're in your other stuff, because of the way you value them, because of the way you see them. I really feel very strongly about this. I can teach you all these logistics, and we can go into all the step by step. Do it step 1, now do step 2. But if our spirit is over people or beyond people or past people or better than people, we're deflecting them. We are not magnetizing them to us to work with us. And I'm not talking about false humility here. I'm talking about that humility where we see them, we see their value more than our own and what we bring to the table. Now, obviously, as business owners, we know we bring value to the table. That's why we're doing this. Bess, what are you talking about? I have 6 certificates, 2 degrees, and 10 years of field experience. I know. You are so full of value, coach. You are so full of value. This is not to diminish that or to say that isn't an important piece of how you're going to minister to them. I'm just saying when the approach changes, there's room then for the magnetization to be so organic, so natural, so real. The other thing that I see happening is I see a lot of fast moving coaches dropping a comment and going. And I mean, health coaching right there on a comment thread. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my pet peeve, my biggest pet peeve. Please don't health coach on a comment thread. You can encourage, you can uplift, you can make suggestions like, go read this author, check out this book. But we are not to diagnose or give, solution pathways or you should be doing this when we only know like this much of their story. But I see coaches that are in a hurry to build community and relationship. And I do believe that has been culturally fostered over the last few years on social media and in our online arenas. And I'm just screen sharing for a minute so you can see my face. And I just see it. I see especially the coaches that they have so much on their plate. And I see them drop and run, say it and run, teach and run, make a video and run. People feel that. And they will feel that you do not have time for them. Why would they buy your time? Because that's what we're doing as coaches, whether they're in a program or one-on-one with us or in a challenge or whatever. They are buying our time with their entrusted funds, trusting that they're getting attention, a listening ear, a true caring heart back. So why are they going to take that step with us if they can sense that we're in a hurry? I'm in a hurry. I'm a busy woman. I got a lot of hats I wear. I got a lot of people I got to people to see, money to make, places to go. I used to do that. I used to be her. And sometimes I'm still tempted to be her because I really do feel that some days I'm like, she's waiting on a response. That membership is being neglected. This area of people is being let down. I do feel the urgency to go and do and serve and produce and create and deliver on. But in the people-to-people space, which I do believe the online is what has fostered this, we can treat online, I can treat you right now, those of you sitting here with me, as if we are in my office room right here together. Like Angie said, she thought my background here was bricks in the basement. I love that. She said, I just always thought you were coming to us through the basement. This is an Amazon plasticky tableclothy material that I taped to my wall here in my office room. But picture, I want every discussion you and I have, whether you are paying for my time or whether you are sitting here like today at no cost with me, I want you to feel like you're sitting with me. And I think that when you do this in your business and you have that desire in your heart that the people in front of on the other side of the camera from what you're filming or the podcast you're making or the blog post you're writing, if they feel that they are sitting right there with you, and trust me, it just comes from that intention. I'm not giving you a strategy because when the intention is there that you truly want people to feel cared for and listened to and valued by you, that comes through. So if this is something you struggle with, whether through personality or busy lifestyle or you have another job or whatever it is that's pulling you away, ask God every time you sit down to do this work to fill you with that. Because I promise you, it's going to turn around and bring you an unending flow of clients. I just know it. All right, let's get through this package. I got to bring it back up though. Okay. window. Let's see here. All right, let's get through this package. So those topics are, again, around the main categories that you're pulling out of your program and out of your freebie, remember? So that everything's flowing. Your client journey looks clear. It looks visible to them, like, oh, this is the next step. I'm on it with this girl. I like this girl. I like what she brings. They're waiting for you to drop the next thing. I love that about some of our community members. You guys are always excited. You're like excited whenever I drop it, even though this month it was super late because there was no September drop for the hub members. We did meet, but there was no drop. And you guys are like, oh, it's amazing. It's wonderful. I love that. I love that. You can have that with the people you serve. Bring them valuable things that are surrounding these categories that you're already talking about so that it makes sense. Don't bring them a free guide on 5 ways to freshen up their lifestyle during the holidays, and then the offer is, come work out with me, and it has nothing to do with the 5 ways to freshen up during the holidays. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we can have side products, don't get me wrong, but there needs to be a clear mission map. We talk about this in Hub as well, in depth, which is the client journey. It's that client journey that you want to take them on. You want the next step to look clear for them. Now, remember I talked about you don't just want evergreen stuff and one-dimensional social sharing. You actually want 3D feel for your people. So you got to plan at least 1 or 2 live events, which could be as simple as a Facebook Live. It could be as simple as a YouTube Live, like I'm doing here. It could be as simple as a Zoom. But you need to promote something live so that they see you and hear you and your heart comes through and they can bond with you. Make sure you do that in addition to the digital sharing, the non-live, the 1D or 2D, Here are some topic examples. You will get this in the workbook. This is just to kind of trigger creativity for you guys. Like, oh, I can do this. I can get on camera and do this. This would really make it easier. So use this as a go-to if you need ideas. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take and fill in the quarter. So this is quarter 4 topics. And if you want to get this detailed, now some people don't. They fly by the seat of their pants, and that's okay because that's very real time and that might work for you. For me, I have to be a little bit more organized or my brain is all over the place. I have ADD. I have menopause. I swear to you guys, I have way too many things. So I have to have this in front of me. So this is done. I do this every quarter. I know at least what the main topic I'm driving towards that week is. So this is October would be here, November, and December. Also, when you plan it out ahead on this sheet, you now can batch work and produce December's during October and November. So do 2 at a time, 2 weeks at a time in October, and then you're going to be ahead so that you can take the last couple weeks of December off, but where you are scheduled out and people are still hearing from you and it's holiday relevant and seasonal relevant, and that all got done ahead of time. I'm going to do that this year. I am actually going to take some time off at Christmas, which I never, ever, ever do. And in order to do that, I have to be working ahead now, this week and next week, working a little bit ahead incrementally so that the last 2 weeks of December, content-wise, and what my members need, and the enrollment for planning day, which will be right after that, all of that's got to be automated and rolling and scheduled out, right, for me to take the time off. And so I really recommend that if you want to do that, plan for this now. This is per month, so you would make copies of this sheet and you'd have one for October. I'm sorry, per week. Make copies of this sheet and it would be per week if you so choose. Now, everybody's different on where they're sharing their voice. We have coaches that are sharing blogs, others are not. We have coaches that are sharing on social media, but only on 1 or 2 of these. We have coaches that are just concerned about their emails and they just post a little bit here and there on social media, maybe on Facebook. So you use the area of this sheet that works for you. This is for those of us that are overachievers and trying to do it all, which I'm back to, but we'll see how long that lasts. And then there's a couple a blank sheet for you guys to put your thoughts. Okay, now I'm also including, which normally this only goes to our Success Circle and up, but Hub and our community, you're getting this free this time. I'm including the tracking section so that you can start developing a habit of overviewing your business each quarter in preparation for planning the next quarter. So I hope this helps. There's a whole section in here. And actually, guys, I'm so sorry. This is tracking this one and this one, but these two sheets were supposed to be up with the content sharing portion. This is meant for content sharing planning, a place to actually write your topics for the month in one spot, especially for those of you who are utilizing SEO and keywords and call to actions actively like I do. If you guys noticed, I always have a call to action now. Hey, this free thing, be sure and join us. Over here, you can sign up for my 25 ways, new freebie. The new website is up and you can sign up for that new freebie. I've always got a call to action going on every blog post, every video, and usually every news social media post if I'm giving news or updates. So that's what CTA means, a call to action. So which one are you focused on for the month? In October, my focus will be on the 25 ways to meet and serve new clients freebie that I just put back up on our new website. And if you guys have not seen the new website, it is christianhealthcoachtraining.com, christianhealthcoachtraining.com. Now, if you do Christian Health Coach Community, which is on all of our stuff, I've forwarded it to the new website as well. So it should go there. Let me know, y'all, if you have any issues getting there. But let me show you the new site really quickly. I also want to show you guys before you leave here, you will get that packet again, but I do want to show you the details for our challenge because today was meant to be a kickoff for our action challenge for October. And we're making it community-wide this time. And last time was August. We did a consistency challenge. And it was just Hub and just Success Circle. So we have opened up the competition, coaches. It's going to be a little fiercer, but that's good because that makes us really want to be a little more intentional to win those prizes. I send snail mail prizes. Sometimes it's a gift card to Amazon or credit to our digital store. Sometimes it's physical things like ink pens and fun sticky notes and bookmarks and just really fun. Believe me, it's even better than that. It's like little plaques, little coffee cups. I'm always sending really fun merch for the prizes. So first, though, I want to share with you the website really quickly. So our new website is christianhealthcoachtraining.com. And you can find our new freebie right here. And it's 25 ways to meet and serve new clients. It's a free PDF. Those of you who are in Hub, by the way, I think you already have this. So you do not need to opt in. If you're in Hub or Success Circle, you already have access to this in your portal. And then just check out our site. I'm really excited about finally having it up. I've put up a few testimonials here. And it's about to get better. This is our basic, got to get it done, get it set up, and call it good enough. So it's only going to get better from here. I promise. We're going to have a merch section where we can finally order some cute t-shirts and coffee cups and water bottles and things like that. That's coming. I got Ashlyn working with me on that. And then we're going to have a digital store here with a la carte type things like forms and some of our mini trainings and mini courses and things like that. All right. And then the last thing I want to share with you, thank you to everyone who has hung on this long. You're amazing. Where's my other window? Here it is. I had to bring it up to be able to share it, which is so odd. Okay. The action challenge is totally free. And the only thing you have to do to be a part of it is join our email list. So for those of you who are on the email list, you're already getting details on this. You got this download twice now. Hopefully you were able to download this. We're running it from tomorrow through the 31st. And the whole idea is that you would be taking action, even if it's an hour, half an hour. Take action every day. Obviously, give yourself a day off for sanity's sake, but every workday, take action on your business. And we will have weekly accountability threads in the Health Coaches on a Mission Facebook group, which is free. So just go to Facebook, put Health Coaches on a Mission in the search bar, and ask to come into that group, or you might already be in there. But we will have our weekly accountability threads there, and I will be sharing some additional time management training and just some different training on how we manage our tasks. And we started talking a little bit today about some life coaching stuff like money mindset and opening our minds up to thinking bigger. And we're going to keep talking about that through quarter 4, because I just want quarter 4 to be the preface to an even more powerful 2025 for all of us. And so I'm not waiting until January for us to talk about how great 2025 can be. What we do in quarter 4 of 2024, I believe, is what's going to fuel us and build our belief and put away those doubts and put back that discouragement and put that those distractions under our feet. So I'm feeling pretty passionate about staying on topic in these things throughout quarter 4 with you guys as we get ready for quarter 1 and 2025 and our big planning day, January 5th. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to come back on the comments, guys, and answer people that I didn't get a chance to answer while we were live. But in the meantime, hopefully you are planning to join us for this challenge. There's a tracker here at the end. This is your example of what you could be tracking as action, but obviously making some social media posts is action if that's not on here. Anything you're doing to further your reach and grow your income and impact in your business is counting as action, including taking care of yourself. So I love to include self-care in the task list, suggested task list for you guys to put on your tracker, because you deserve credit for that. Because without doing that, without intentional moving your body, intentionally fueling your body, intentionally having a morning meeting with your CSO or an evening meeting or those 15 minutes of mindset food and fuel, without doing that, all of this other stuff, we don't get to sustain it. It's just temporary. So let's count that towards your action in this challenge. Okay. The hub is going to be getting all of these benefits in addition to what the challengers get in the main part. So the hub members will be getting co-working sessions. Your calendar is coming out today, y'all. I'm sending that via email to you by the end of today. You're going to get a biz coaching Q&A like usual with me, but additional resources to implement your action plan. So some tracking and done for you, which you guys already got one of your, didn't mean to do that. One of your first done for you, which was an autumn recipe book yesterday. So you've got more coming. And of course, the support that you always experience in the Hub group. So some exciting things coming to Hub this month. Success Circle members, you're getting spoiled rotten this month. I'm making up for a very, very absent September. I missed you guys and I'm making up for it in October. Do not feel pressured that you have to attend everything. You can always watch recordings, but we will be having more live events, including a Mindset Monday, a Finish It Friday, and an additional just open hot seat coaching call with me, which I know some of you have been asking for. As usual, Success Circle members get personalized audits that I put on video for them of anything they have me look at. Sales pages, freebies, nurture sequences, scripts. So that's still in place, and even more resources than what Hub is getting, because that's what I always promise my Success Circle members. Hub members only pay $7 a month. Success Circle members are paying between $37 and $47. So $37 is for our alumni, those who have come through our academy, and $47 a month for those who have not. Okay, guys, you will be getting that other packet going training from earlier through the email. You'll be getting the link to this recording, which is the same link that you came in on. Thank you again to those who were here live. I'll be looking through the comments in case there were things that were asked that I didn't answer. I love y'all so much, and I'm so happy you joined me, even though it was kind of a last minute deal here. And I hope you join us for the challenge this month in our community, Health Coaches on a Mission in Facebook, and join our email list if you are not yet on there at christianhealthcoachtraining.com. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you are believing bigger and believing you really can see what God's given you to do in quarter four come to fruition in quarter four. But let's hold each other accountable to that in the Health Coaches on a Mission group and in Hub and in Success Circle, so that because I know that we get off of these all excited and pumped, and I don't want to see you fizzle because we set up the goals, but we did not walk them out together. That's what those groups are for. Let's walk these out together. Come in when you're disappointed. Come in when you're frustrated, but also come in when you have things to celebrate and you want to support others. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you in all your prospective memberships and in the Health Coaches on a Mission group. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for hanging in there. Be blessed, everybody.